What's going on, everybody? All right, Urban Picker here, and I'm going to show you some pickups. I just came out to the garage to start going through the stuff I picked up yesterday at the bins, the Goodwill outlet, and we're going to see what we did. I spent about $250, which was a good day. This bins is in a newer part, or in a more county part of the St. Louis area, so they don't get a lot of vintage out there. They get a lot of newer type of stuff and more up-to-date stuff. They don't get a lot of vintage toys and things like the one down in the city does. But yesterday was a little different. I don't know if they've got a shipment from the city or what have you, but there was some good old stuff coming out. So much so I took a chance on a couple of things I've never dealt with before, and then everything else I haven't processed everything yet, so I don't know how many pieces total I've got, but the normal is usually averages out about 30 cents an item when I go, so that's usually the norm. So let's get into what I picked up. I did get about 665 DVDs, video games, CDs. There's boxes and boxes of this stuff. Apparently they're not going to sell online as much anymore, I guess, because media's kind of slowed down over the years, but I still do well with it. So I picked up tons and tons of video games and DVDs and CDs. What we got here? This was cool. A night in the 80s, the old vintage Kent scooters, and that was actually in a bin as soon as I walked in, so somebody actually left it from, I guess, closing last night or something. I don't know why nobody would grab that. Cool thing here is that came out. His stuff usually does pretty well. There was one up when I looked this up. It had 3 days left and the bids were at $88 just for that alone. So that was cool. Like I said, I've only spent about $250. So between these two, that's going to be a big chunk of the money right there. And like I said, I took some chances on some stuff, like stuff here. Bats I usually don't mess with, but I picked up, was it this one? Here's the other one. I picked up one of them that said made in Japan. That one's USA. Goodwill Slugger. And I never messed with them, and they felt like good quality. I don't know, anything about that, so that'd be something new to look up to get into. Love picking up some old paper music books. I found tons of instructions and stuff. That ain't one of the better ones, but let me get through the stack here. Maybe somewhere in here. A bunch of Indy 500 programs. I got several of those. I'll put those up in a lot together. Band, little pennants. Enjoy selling the pennants. Not so much on that. I just grabbed it for the hell of it. Cool little vintage, the Unitech. I looked it up while I was there, and there was none up on eBay itself. I didn't try WorthPoint or anything yet to get a price on it, so, but that was cool. Love that stuff. Love vintage electronics. And as you can see, another piece here with the box. So that was Coolio. Coolio, yo. This stuff out of the way. I know some old Monopolies can do decent. It was taped shut, so I took a chance on it. Didn't mess with looking at it or anything. Like I said, stuff is so cheap at the bin store. It averages usually about 30 cents a piece anyway. So that there's a lot of room to take chances. Plus, you can always piece that stuff out anyway. So, should be a biggie there. I didn't even look at these. They were in a bin and I just grabbed them. So let's see what we got here. Old Blues. Dale Jr. Danica. What's her name? Patrick. No, I'm not a big NASCAR person. Nets. Jason Kidd. Hannah Montana. Sometimes I throw stuff in my cart and forget to go back and go through it. So a couple of that's cool. Also picked up this when I picked up the Halloween display. I haven't looked this one up. It's heavy. The holiday care, so that's definitely vintage. Older anyway. So I still got to test those out and see if they're working. Let's see, some CDs. Those out of the way. It's hard to do with one hand. Alright. And some clothes. This was one of the things I threw in the car, or in my cart, and forgot to look up before I left. So it's obviously a woman's outfit. It looks like pants and jacket here. But it looked pretty unique to me. It's one of my weak areas is women clothing, so I'm starting to get more into that. So definitely have to look that up. So even if it's not worth nothing, it'd be a good learning thing. Racing shirts, never a bad thing. Marvel Deadpool. WA stuff. DVDs. This is like an ice cream shop or something. Bakery and cafe. I love getting stuff like that. And this was still sealed. So that was cool. When they bring a tote of purses out, that's another weakness of mine is purses. But that's the bin that everybody goes the craziest for. For me, they put hats in with them. So while everybody's grabbing purses, I'm usually just grabbing all the hats. But I know Coach at least, so I saw the C, so I grabbed that. It was right in front of me. Normally you can't beat the women for the purses, so that was cool. I gotta look at quality and make sure it's real. I mean, it looks real off first glance, but we'll see. What we got here? Oh, this was an accident. These were tied to the purse. They were wrapped around the purse. Another weakness of mine, women's shoes. It was wrapped around the purse, and I didn't go back through my cart like I said, so those wound up in there. So we'll see what those are about. Hats. Just a little fanny pack. I always grab all the fanny packs. Any new stuffed animals with toys. I didn't know what that was. I gotta look them up. It's like just a cheap Transformer knockoff of some sort. Old He-Man. I brought some old He-Man toys out, so I've got a bunch of figures somewhere in these boxes too. Some older toys. Some older Hot Wheels. I'll have to look up. Parts and pieces of, I believe he's from He-Man. Throwing my good stuff in this bag after I was getting them. Come over here and lie a little bit. There we go. Figures. missing his arm. Probably put him in. Probably put all these in a lot. We'll see if there's any value to, like, I think his name's Moss Man here. Some old figures. There's one piece in here I'm excited about. This one. This is so kick-ass. Old Casper, and it worked. You pull its head up. I'll have to do it with.
Will you be my friend?
I don't know if you heard that. Will you be my friend? I'm a friendly ghost. So that was cool. That was the piece I got excited about the most. I'm not sure the value on it yet. More hats. That's a good one. Blues. My hockey team. The St. Louis Blues. This was good. Goodyear patch hat. And I believe it's, yep, made in USA. Yep. Love it. That should be some, hopefully some good money there. Hats. I just sold one just like this not too long ago. I throw stuff in and I just freaking forget about it. Alright, this I didn't look up either. I was going to look it up and I didn't. Of course. Hots, and more hots. Tonka truck. I was surprised I got this. It's an old clarinet. I think all the, hey, Odie. I think all the pieces are here. There's a couple empty spots, but I don't think they're full of pieces. So I gotta look over that better and do more research to see what the actual value of it is. So it's kind of cool. It was all out of the package in the bin, and I had 4 pieces, or I had 3 pieces, and somebody picked up. One person picked up the case, another person picked up this piece. When I said I've got 3 pieces, she handed me that and go, here, you can have that one. And I waited for the other lady to drop the case. So that. More hats. I always grab any Disney stuff. It always eventually sells. I think this was an old Tupperware. Child's baby toy. And hats and DVDs and what is that? Puppet Theater. And it's still sealed. And I guess that's all else out of the room. A little push. Thing down there. Clean up that mess in a bit. Let's see. So I went through that box. Let's pull this one down. See what we got in here. I should just open this door real quick, get some more light in here. This is stuff in my garage from, all this is outlet stuff I picked up since January. Obviously I buy more than I can list. And I think I'm going to take the rest of the month, today's what, the 3rd of August? I think I'm going to take the rest of the month off and just start flying through all this merchandise. If you watch my other videos, you know that I try to put a month pickup in my store. So each tote will be dated with when I picked up that stuff. So those Those totes have been sitting in my garage since February. Cool thing is that you can make so much money at the outlet that this is all paid for. I've turned a profit 5, 6, 7 times over for February, and I still have stuff out here I haven't listed yet. So that's the beauty that I love of the outlet. And I've been to several across the country. And I would say that the two here in St. Louis have been the best that I've ever been to. Indiana was a second, but nowhere close to the St. Louis stores, in my opinion. And with my experience of, only being at the other ones a few times. And like I said, I haven't been to all of them. Been to one down south somewhere, I don't remember, Arkansas or somewhere, which was really crappy. Went to one in Indiana, Arizona, Tennessee. So I've been to some, but get the best stuff, I think, in my experience. Here in St. Louis, another item I forgot to look up. Yesterday, I had made 3 trips to my car because they were bringing out so much stuff. And then I got all that media that I just wanted to hurry up and get out, unload, and get back in. So a lot of stuff that I didn't even get to check on. But I can rely on, I've been doing this 17 years full time, so I can rely on instinct. So, and at 30 cents an average piece, I'm not going to lose anything. I love just plain generic t-shirts. Like I said before in a video, I've got a couple of customers who will come in and buy 8 to 10 of those at a time from me. These I picked up. I was going to look at the size, see if it's something my dad could wear. So I can just slip on. I don't know if they have any value yet. Little controller I was going to look up to see if they have value on their own. Hints. Another book I was going to look up and forgot. Hats, toss, and hats. Pull hose. The pull hoses ain't moving. Should have kept his butt in St. Louis. Let's see. Florida State. That's a cool hat. Bud Light. Another Florida State old one. Oh, that's not too old, actually. Oh, maybe made in America. That's the USA, though. Oh, Reagan Library Air Force One. That's cool. Another fanny pack. I don't know what company that is, but we'll find out eventually. That one's not really worth anything. I do pretty good on vintage trophies if they have a good topper, like they're car show related or what have you. These were newer but ungraved, unplaqued, so I took a chance on a few of these. See how those would move. Old Jeep. That was cool. Football. Baseball. Backus, even though he's not on the team, that'll still go. Another Blues. There's those other Indy 500 things. Let's see, inaugural play, season, White Sox and Cardinals. See, I've never wore name brand clothes, so I never really got into name brands, so that's still one of my weaknesses, but this looked a little out of the ordinary, not just your normal Eddie Bauer. So, I don't know if that's a company they made the shirt for or what have you, but either way, that should be okay. Should be. Country club hats. Tons of country club hats. Cardinals. I love finding just businesses and their little trinkets that they make up for customers or whatever, or employees. Old calculators usually do pretty well. so I haven't looked that up yet. I got that for me. Put that with my tools. Another old piece of toy I grabbed. Alright, Ducks Unlimited. A couple of those. With the tags. Rams, they still sell, even though they're not of St. Louis. I still sell St. Louis Rams items. Cheaply, but they still sell. That I grabbed, I did not know. So I just grabbed. It's nothing big. Old Bush Cards cup. Alright. Let's see what we got over here. Timber. Now here's what I was talking about earlier. So since I didn't get to go through them, let's go through them right now. Sorry, I'm trying to hold this damn phone. Alright, so there's, I'll probably put it, like I said, put all those in a lot. So here's a lot of the instruction manuals I picked up. Pioneer stereo tuner. Color television. That's probably nothing. Pioneer M400 CD player. Old video processor. Sorry, I'm not always looking at the phone, so I have to kind of adjust. I'm looking in person. That's cute. Beans. I think that goes together. Turntable of some sort. These all in together. So that was a good VCR back in the day. Mailman. Alright, our hats. All-Star Game. Road Hawk. Oh, that's cool. That's the Road Atlas, I believe. All of America Planet Hollywood. Blue Angels. That's cool. All-Star Game. Jen Edmonds Cardinals. Carpenter's Local Pieces. What is in here? This is older. Numbers 35 Golf Tournament. That's cool. Cool stuff right there, man. Recycling Works. That's cool. More Plain Jane shirts. Stuff washed. What was this? Was a WWE I saw on the tag. 3X. WWE. Who is this though? I watch a little bit of wrestling, but I am not recognizing who this is. It's older. 95, 94, 95. Chicago. There's another thing I threw in the cart. I didn't know if they had value or not, so better take a chance on that. Even after 17 years of doing this, there's still tons of stuff I don't know, and just always gotta learn every day. Zoo shirt. This was cool. I saw this and wanted to check it out. Sorry with the camera. I'm trying to lay this out so I can get a good look at it. Oh, this is cool. This is really cool. Welcome race fans. That is kick ass. I wonder where that was hanging. That is cool. That's probably one of my favorite pieces I've found in a long time. That might have to hang up out here somewhere. See those pictures there? I picked these up. The story I was told on these was the guy who used to do our lawn. He was doing a lawn for an old owner of the Fox Theater here in St. Louis. And his story was he could take anything out of the dumpster. He saw these, he took them. I bought them from him for all of them. Paid $200 for them. And apparently a person who worked at the theater painted these for an artist when they performed. And the Lee Green was even signed by Lee Greenwood. So that was cool. I never tried to move these yet, really. Wouldn't even know what value to put on them, but that is cool. So, I don't know. That might be staying in my collection for a little while. We'll see. Depends on the value. Maybe I'll just put it up for some astronomical price and then hang it in here, and when it sells, it sells. Tiger Woods hat. That was cool. That's got me excited, just that piece alone right there. I would think that that piece alone would bring me my entire purchase back, but I don't know for sure. But just in my guesstimation. More TVs, more CDs. Wanted to see if this was a made in Japan. Nope. Made in Japans are usually the first pressing, or if it's a Target CD. What's that? Old Universal Studios VHS tape. Figured somebody would buy that. I love boobies. Who doesn't love a good boob? Alright. Old Rams. I still sell, especially stuff that don't have St. Louis written on it anywhere, which I didn't see that this one did anywhere. So, that'll still sell. Easier than the ones with St. Louis on it. Another Blues hat. It's a good quality one there. And now we're getting to little stuff I was just throwing in as it came out. Old vacuum belt. Looks like some kind of shin pads or something for soccer, maybe. These look like goalie gloves, I think. Nike goalie gloves. Not 100% there. Love finding Frisbees. And Harley Davidson Frisbee. Nice. Didn't even notice that. Another piece I was going to look at and forgot. When bags come out, I just throw bags into the car and go through them later, just in case there's something good in them. And strike out some of this bag, it looks like. Cute one. I was going to look at these too, see if there was a name on them. And of course I didn't. Oh, you got smashed. Lay that out. That's cool. Vietnam tourism. That's cool. I like that. Different hats. That's an older hat. That'll sell pretty easily. St. Louis Senior Olympics. I love stained hats, man. You get more money out of the stained hats than you do the non-stained ones, because they've got character. Alright, that's it there. I went through that box. No, I didn't go through this box. Put that over there. Bulls. I like promo stuff like this. I don't get much out of it. I might get $5 out of it, but still, I like it. Old stereo adapter equipment. Yeti coolers, brand new. Rascal, River City Rascal baseball caps. Sell those all day long. Fox, another Blues. River Bend Tigers, whoever that is. St. Louis Galleria, that's cool. That looks older. The Visionaries, not sure what that is yet. That's cool. That I just grabbed, I knew nothing about, but it was with the hats, so I gotta look that up. See if that is anything special. Target employee shirt. Another Bacchus Blues shirt. This was in great condition. That's the only reason I took it. Spider-Man Kids rain jacket. Beautiful condition. Fighting Illini hoodie. Packers hoodie. Kids Harley Davidson hoodie. Life is Good hat. Alright, I think more of my media is inside. Just getting ready to list some of it. So that looks like the haul. Pretty nice haul. For $250. Between this, my piece here, my Kent scooter, this Goodyear hat, possibly this clarinet. I would say those pieces right there alone will probably come close to doubling my money in my guesstimation, and everything else is just more butter for the biscuit. Alright. Butter for the biscuit. Video games, and some of these. This is the one Bill packed for me. He made video games here. And me and a friend, we go together and we just split the stuff that he likes more. He does more flea markets than I do the eBay thing. So stuff that he thinks he can move at flea markets, I let him take, and things that he knows will do well better on eBay, he'll let me take. So when it comes to media and little stuff, toys and what have you. So alright, so that's my haul. I'm still tripping on that. I just wish there was something that indicated where it hung. If anybody recognizes this, I'm gonna put a picture up on my Facebook page too. That's cool. So you can check out my store, urban-picker.com, and you know, if these videos are worth doing, I'll do more, but nobody really pays attention to my videos, so, and I usually don't have a lot of time, so, because I'm always listing in all the crap that I find. So anyway, maybe I'll make more eventually. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, that's my pickups for the 1st of August 2018, or the 2nd of August 2018. And peace out. Later, Gators.